Okay, good morning. I'm gonna go through a little more Daybreak since I got up early today, since early for the weekend. Went to bed about the same time I normally go to bed when I had to go to work the next morning. I was tired, so.
Okay.
But I'm curious. I'll try activating the more intense water shaders. See if that makes my computer explode. next area here. The bullets. No, we're just gonna go right to the next area. I thought maybe there'd be some more exploring. Careful, this one's strong. Yeah, it's on another level from the rest of the small fry. That actually give us a hard time. So the thing is being the guardian of this domain. He must have been giving a false role as a result of the hijacking. So basically we just have to kick this thing to the curb and then we're golden? Just remember that if you get hurt here, the bodies in the real world are gonna feel it too. Don't even let up for a second. Understood.
Let the stars fly!
There, the nightmare has been made temporarily available. I guess we're gonna need to get Ganon into this battle then.
This is your chance for a shard boost.
Let's switch. I'll take over.
Keep it up, it's working! Use a shard boost to get the upper hand!
Here we go, Bear!
We'll take that! Full boost! Don't hold back, man! Take this!
You're screwed now!
Boost gauge limiter removed! Swim!
Too slow! You're done! Keep it up, Nadia!
Keep it up, it's working!
Here you go!
Take this and this! I'd say sorry, but I'm really not. A chance! Shield! Protect everyone! Take him out!
Time to pump it up!
Keep it up, it's working! I don't like it, man!
Just go! Ah, you're finished!
We've got this in the bag!
There! Take this!
Nice. Moving on up.
Only Van can handle March. No one else can handle that constant annoyance. Whew, we got through that somehow. The two of you held your own quite well. I'm impressed. Well, I shouldn't be surprised. You were members of the Gardens and the so-called Imperial Picnicking Front, after all. You weren't half bad yourself, Specs. Well, I'm glad they're getting along now. Alright, good work, people. We didn't catch the culprit, but we did do what we were asked to do. I think we can call this a job well done. I beg to differ. Come again. You may have cleared this floor. Many more still remain. It's much too early to pop the champagne, I'm afraid. You've got to be shitting me, dude. Bet that concierge lady left out that very important detail on purpose. Whatever the case, we definitely don't know the full scale of the mushing garden going in. Just how many floors does this place have? I haven't the foggiest. Hijacker may very well have increased the number of floors since they seized control. If you wish to know the answer, you'll simply have to find your way to the top. What a pain in my ass. That said, I believe we've done more than enough for today. You can finish the rest on your own time. If the remaining floors are going to be as difficult as this one, this will not be an easy task. No kidding. We're going to need all hands on deck and then some for this gig. At least there's one silver lining. We don't all need to be in the same room to connect to this place. That's right. I've taken the liberty to inform Elaine about all of this, so you can call on her next time if you so wish. Seriously? Ugh, that woman's gonna burn the candle at both ends with how much work she takes on. I don't know if there's anyone in the world who cracks the whip like you do. Indeed, one might say it's my specialty. Now, if you'll excuse me, there are a number of pressing matters that demand my attention. Before I take my leave, I have a message for the two of you from the Chief. We have no intention of interfering with your activities during your stay in the Republic. That is all. What? You were so persistent before. Why are you only pumping the brakes? 2 reasons. 1, the gardens have fallen. 2, you aren't privy to the location of your masked friend. Therefore, the CID has determined that there's no merit in pursuing you farther. We have neither the time nor the resources to waste. It's the best news I've heard all day. Bye-bye, Specs. Miss you already. Guess he logged out. Might as well follow suit. Are we going to be using the Zephos to return like he just did? Yeah, if we cut the connection to this virtual space while it's stable, our consciousnesses should go back to the real world. See y'all in a sec.
Hold up, guys!
Okay, what do you want, March?
Mare! Oh, it's that fairy thing again.
I didn't expect to see you here.
Oh, right. I nearly forgot you two were in the office when we were talking with her.
Didn't realize you knew about Mare Bear.
Ugh, would you please stop calling me that?
No.
Whoa, she has a remarkable range of emotion for an AI.
You said it. Almost reminds me of her. Her? You're just the cutest little thing, aren't you? I think I'm gonna catch you, then I'll shove you in a bottle as a keepsake. Okay, making a mental note to stay far away from you.
Don't worry, she's just messing with you, I think. Anywho, what you doing
Totally
here?
do that.
Oh, right. I wanted to give you all a heads up. When the virtual space was hijacked and remade, a huge influx of information from the Orbital network found its way into this place.
Really now? I wonder why.
I bet they had to get their greasy little hands on a bunch of data in order to push all those changes.
And if some of that was top secret, then it's no wonder the CID is involved.
Now that you've cleared the first floor, I was able to retrieve a portion of that information. The bad news is that most of it is totally useless.
Like you.
But there are some juicy bits mixed in, including data that's normally hidden in the depths of the network. Some of it's encrypted even. I already downloaded it to your terminal, just in case.
Good deal. Thanks for doing that.
Don't download stuff to my terminal. I'll have unlimited memory.
Oh, we're sorry. I know we said we could handle everything from here.
It's like probably like 90% porn if it's just random stuff from the internet.
Well, this is a special occasion. Besides, I'm a first-rate holo. This kind of thing is child's play.
That is 100% something March would say, though. Like when she's talking about how beautiful she is.
You say that, but I'm pretty sure even the most top-of-the-line holos can't do what you're doing.
All right, that's about all I can help you with for this job. You're on your own from here.
Everything's back to normal again.
What a strange little creature.
She's an interesting one, all right.
That's one way to describe her.
You guys want to head back and take a look at that info?
Yes, let's.
He wasn't lying about there being a bunch of junk. My PC is littered with this shit now. It's like trying to find a needle in a haystack. Scratch that. This sounds like cake compared to this. So March basically installed a malware on my computer now that just downloaded a bunch of shit. Great job, March. If only Rosette and Quattro were here. We could call over Ren, I suppose. Maybe I'll just hit up the CID or MK and throw them at the problem. Better idea. Throw me at it. Oh, right. You got your tech set. Yeah, she doesn't look like she would be. Yep, so give me the keyboard. I'll wreck your computer with viruses in 10 seconds. Thanks, Nadia. You're a big help. Stay the hell away from my PC. Just kidding, just kidding. Anyway, data analysis is my forte. So let me at it. You could have spared fans some grief if you said that from the start. There's never a dull moment with Nadia around, is there? Oh, I love Nadia. She's so great. Look at her go. It's all coming together now. There, I put the data into groups based on pattern similarities. All that's left is to run this through the Kitty engine. Huh? Incognito mode? What is this? I've never seen this before. Well, Agnes, you sweet summer child. You probably wouldn't know about incognito mode. That's to be expected. It's a hidden function that your average person isn't going to know. And even if they did, it's not like they'd know what to do with it. And presto, Kitty, you are a goddess. The engine should be able to process the rest on its own. Huh? What's this?
Almada's legacy?
Almada. Now that's a name I never thought I'd hear again.
And I hope there'll come a day when we never do.
Yeah. Oh, were you two involved with them?
From back in your gardens days, maybe?
No. Not directly, anyway. There's only one connecting point I can think of, and that's Cray Village.
We stumbled upon it 2 years ago after we took care of some stuff. It was so peaceful. I got boatloads of rest at that super cozy inn, and ate all the galettes I wanted. Lazy days are the best days, and those were some of the bestest lazy days I've had in my whole life.
Before we even realized it, a whole month had gone by.
Sounds like Cray Village was special to you. Come to think of it, I did hear a little about this during our stay there.
Must have visited it right after they dealt with the Retributive Tower incident. Sorry, we got a little off track. We were talking about Almada's legacy. Yeah, we got a lot of hits on that in the data. Even so, we know next to nothing about it besides the name. I wonder what it could be. Maybe it's some leftover Mira or some sort of treasure? Oh, dibs! He wants that booty. Stop trying to call dibs on everything. Anyway, it could also be a narcotic or a weapon of some kind for all we know. I doubt it would be a spare nuclear weapon, given how hard they are to make. Bombs or explosives wouldn't be out of the question. The top guys were hacking some super powerful weapons, right? Maybe it's one of those? Could be. The leader and two of their executives used artifacts. Wouldn't be a stretch to think that they left something like those behind. There are too many possibilities on the table. I think trying to narrow it down without any hard facts would be a wasted effort. In my opinion, our time would be better spent trying to find it. According to the data, it's hidden somewhere outside of the capital. And there was only one place that was mentioned. Yeah, Messeldom. I think we'll find a lead on its whereabouts there. Messeldom is a port city facing the Northern Sea. I hear trade with Rimafuria is really popping off over there, and they're also famous for their ballet. That and their annual film festivals. I heard that they had to cancel it last year because of a terrorist threat and a series of fires that broke out. No doubt those incidents were orchestrated by Almada. Yeah, here's the kicker. That city is where their old base was at. Believe it or not, I've been eyeing Messeldom for a while because of something else. I've been meaning to drop by for a visit, so this works out nicely.
Hey, Aggie, why are you glowing?
Aggie!
The Genesis is reacting.
It's last year all over again. Well, you know what that means. We'll be in for a collision course with trouble in the near future.
Aggie's glowing!
Let me come with you.
Sorry, but no can do. You've got school, remember? Playing hookie's all well and good once in a while, but you need to help your friends
school.
with the festival prep.
I know, but...
No buts. And besides, it's not like I plan to go it alone. I'm gonna call up some of my other assistants. I'll have more than enough hands on deck, so don't worry. Just leave this one to me.
Okay, I understand. I probably shouldn't be making a habit of skipping school anyway. I can't just shirk my duties, especially now of all times.
All right. I'm thinking this will be a long trip. It's gonna be a bit before I'm back in the office. Speaking of, Swin, Nadia, you two got any plans for the next little while?
Well, let's see. We need to gather info in the capital about the thing we're looking for.
To that end, we'll probably be staying in town for the time being.
Cool. Then I've got an idea. I was gonna go over this with you earlier before the CID chief butted in. I have a proposal for you two.
And that ends the overture.
Gotta keep this up. Rank up. I'll be taking that. That's just about perfect.
Yay! Yay! So, where's my bonus check?
Yay, Nadia! Employee of the month, indeed.
The DG cult, a religious group that forsook the goddess and engaged in devil worship. Their inception dates back to the Middle Ages. Evidently, the descendants of a family of alchemists living in Crossbell were involved as well. The cult performed all manner of inhumane rituals and experiments at their lodges, which were spread throughout all the continent. Their goal was to create a divine child and supplant the goddess in the process. To achieve this end, they kidnapped children from all across Cimmeria and used them as fodder for their experiments. Concomitantly, they conducted a number of tests that had no relation to their main goal, which produced some unexpected outcomes. Due to the unspeakably heinous nature of the cult's misdeeds, in 1198, the Bracer Guild, Septian Church, and combined military forces of every nation carried out an operation to wipe them out for good. Only a few of the cult's victims were saved, and though they may be no more, the scars they inflicted throughout the world still remain. The Dominions. The Dominions are an unofficial branch of the Septian Church made up of 12 exceptional knights, known as the Gralsritter. It is said that there will always be 12 members of this group, all of whom possess an ability known as a stigma. The stigma supply them with supernatural powers on a scale wholly unknown to us. Each knight has their own personal airship, known as a Merkaba, which we believe they use to covertly collect artifacts and carry out special missions assigned to them by the Congregation for the Sacraments. Iscariot. In Arteria, the Papal Guard is a group under the Congregation for Divine Worship, which stands opposed to the Congregation for the Sacraments. Iscariot is a covert unit within that organization. Their main function is the execution of those who have been branded as heretics, a task that often puts them at odds with the Gralsritter. Though details remain scarce, their members can create multiplex spiritual marks using battle orbments, enhancing their abilities to superhuman levels. Furthermore, it appears that their captain has recently been replaced, but their identity remains a mystery even within much of the church itself.
Yeah, these are nice because, like, if there's one game that needs some sort of, like, refresher, it's Trails games, just because of how much shit goes down and how many different characters and groups and conflicting stories there are. So even if you've played the games, it is nice to have refreshers on everything like this. Thank God that this voice.
Ouroboros. A secret organization that operates from the
Surely.
shadows all throughout the continent. They are often referred to as simply the Society. They have been involved in virtually every major incident that has occurred in Zemuria over the past several years. 7 of their highest-ranking members, known as the Anguis, plot out and spearhead the Society's strategies for the purpose of enacting their Grand Master's Orpheus' final plan. The special agents who carry out the groundwork of these plots are referred to as the Enforcers.
Yubi! I see you up
Each
there.
possesses exceptional combat prowess, and despite what one might expect, our intelligence tells us the Grand Master provides them with a considerable
OG
degree
dude.
of autonomy. To date, we have confirmed the existence of 19 numbered Enforcers. The Gardens. an assassin organization that once operated out of western and central Zemuria. They consisted of 4 gardens: Swords, Thorns, Arum, and Rust. Each of these gardens fell under the watchful rule of a designated overseer. They kidnapped children from various parts of Zemuria and molded them into fully fledged assassins. The organization's implausibly high success rates are no doubt owed to this cruel system of upbringing. One theory states that Thousand Oathbreaker and Anguis of Ouroboros formed the Gardens by bringing together the remnants of the DG cult and a Middle Ages assassin organization called the Order of the Moonlight Horse. Then, after the Oathbreaker left them to their own devices, they formed a coalition with the mafia group Almada and went completely out of control.
Okay. Oh shit, no way, we're doing this again? Already was feeling some similarities to Reverie with the whole garden thing, but yeah. We'll start with Vaughn then.
Damn, where'd that brat go?
Hunt him down! We can't let that lead slip, no matter what!
Dad.
Back to Messelton.
Shit! Turns out these bastards are the shoot first type. I'll draw their fire. In the meantime, you...
Well, this
There we
went sideways
go.
fast. Still, we can't just let them get their hands
I
on
saw
that key.
Judith's picture and I'm like, yeah, we're gonna do this first.
What the?
Gun her down already!
Pull it together. I have to get this lead to Ron. Woman in black? What are you doing here? Follow me, we're off this boat.
This way! Get a move on!
Looks like we're gonna have to jump.
And cut!
Time for some more official. Oh, of course he's gonna be here. Fuck
Flawless
it.
take, girls!
My favorite character,
You were
greasy middle-aged
fantastic.
man.
And Nina! Sensational! This scene, where your characters first meet, is gonna be a major highlight. And the camera's loving that foxy, skin-tight jumpsuit. Ooh, it's the perfect fusion of
Yes, the
arrows
camera.
and savagery.
Director, could you maybe inject a little less sexual harassment into your feedback?
No!
It's an honor to finally be a part of one of your films, Mr. Gotti. These action scenes are so intense. You're quite the visionary.
Don't understate your own talent, my dear. Not everyone could play a role like Michelle.
Miss Lanster!
Oh,
Gosh.
Excuse
Granny
you?
Judith.
Well, hello, Dominique. Nice of you to come visit us on location.
Of course. Even in my glory days, I always preferred a hands-on approach. Besides, how could I miss the rare opportunity to observe my granddaughter's acting up close and personal?
Oh, I guess I better pull out all the stops.
Two of the most popular starlets of today, coached by Dominique Lanster, a celebrated singer of yesteryear. This is shaping up to be one hell of a movie.
Catra?
It's a crossover between Golden Blood and Wolves Requiem, correct? That alone is enough to draw anyone in. What else did you expect?
Holy cow! I've never seen the special effects come together so quickly before. And the way you sync the footage is spot on. Where'd you learn this stuff, kid?
It's really nothing special. I'm a researcher at the Basel Institute of Science, so computers are second nature to me. There's a lot of overlap between video editing and the visual analysis we do in observational astronomy.
We got a
Sure.
regular boy wonder here. The rest of you better start taking notes.
Yes, sir.
Remind me, Van, how exactly did we get wrapped up in this?
Several hours earlier.
So this is Messeldom's Harbor District. It's a lot more developed than I expected. Now where's that address Van gave me?
Your destination is roughly 200 ards from your current position.
Hey, Kalis.
Right, it should be just around that corner. Okay, you two, let's be on our way.
Oh,
Like
there you
jazz?
are. Long time no see, Catra. What's it been? 2 months now?
Just about. It feels nice getting to chat face to face instead of over comms. I'm really glad to see you and Judith haven't changed a bit.
Official!
Right back at you, Catra. Are you sure they don't need you at the Institute, though?
Oh, I've already finished my compulsory courses for the semester. I even had enough spare time to upgrade Theo and Zeros.
My processing speed has increased by 15%. Catra worked hard on it.
That's our little whiz kid for you.
Wow. So you made their AI even smarter, huh?
I also added a few new features, but that's probably more than you would care to hear about.
I mean, they already had more brain power than you, Judith. I mean, let's be real here.
Come to think of it, aren't you in the middle of shooting a film, Judith?
Yeah, production started on location in early January. It's a crossover between last year's two big blockbusters. Directors Gotti and Lam are collaborating on it. We're only working on Gotti's part right now, but the casting crew's really getting into the swing of things. That means I'll only be able to investigate between shoots. Sorry, Van.
Hey, no skin off my back. I'm just happy you're willing to help.
Oh, ooh, no, come on. That's a low blow. Gilbert, no. Gilbert would we're not. It's not smarter than her.
But you know, you really don't need to bother if your schedule's packed.
The bits and pieces I heard about what happened at the Capitol are already too much to ignore. Do you mind filling us in on the details, now that Catcher's here?
Yes, I'd like some clarification on that whole affair.
All right, I'll try and keep it short and sweet.
So that's how things went. Almost too surreal to believe. And a dark beast that resembles the Grendel and Almada's legacy. This demands our attention, especially if the first Genesis reacted. No kidding. I borrowed this one just in case, but to be honest, I don't know how much use it'll be. True, they tend to only glow in Agnes's presence. That strange phenomenon you mentioned is another point of concern. Wish I could explain it better. Ain't easy to put into words. Doesn't sound like we have much to go off at this point. If the capital is safe, is the capital safe at least? Yeah, I left Agnes and a few other folks I can trust to hold down the fort. If worse comes to worse, Elaine's there too, so we should be fine for now. Understood. Then I suppose the three of us should get looking for Armada's legacy. Right. It's been too long since I've seen some real action. And I'm not about to turn a blind eye to anything involving Armada. Besides, even on a tight schedule, I've always found time for a side gig or two. That's right. A case like this is nothing for Judith Lancer. Let me at him. Did something happen to Judith since we last met, Van? Her granny put her through the ringer when she got home back in December. Sure, I've made a lot of mistakes lately, but who hasn't? Doing my best here. The whole scandal with me and Maxim wasn't even my fault. And yet my mom would even stick up for me. If I don't start showing some improvement front stage and backstage, I'll never hear the end of it. I don't think I've ever seen Judith like this before. Her grandmother must be terrifying. Oh, look who it is. And we were just talking about him too. Arkwright here. How's it been, Director?
Van! Boy, am I glad you picked up. Judith tells me you're in Nestledom right now.
I sure am. Let me guess. You in some kind of trouble?
I'll say. One of our actors is running late. If we don't act fast, it'll mean major delays in our shooting schedule. And wouldn't you know it? Today's supposed to be Nina's first day on the set. We'll need a stand-in, but the role takes a fair bit of physicality, so as far as viable candidates go...
Are you asking what I think you're asking?
I know it's short notice, Van, but be a good sport. Think of it as a little favor from you to me.
For real? Despite Van's initial reluctance at the director's request, Cody's relentless passion eventually convinced him to accept. With Katra's help, the filming went off without a hitch. The playback looks good. Let's take 5, everyone. Act 1A, Fort Paprika. You sure saved my ass, Van. I had no idea you were such a talented stuntman. I'll have to shoot some pickups when Ethan gets here, but the whole day would have been a bust without you. That fight scene you choreographed for us was the cherry on top. I ought to get you and Katra on staff. It was no big deal. But out of curiosity, do full-timers get access to unedited cuts of the adult scenes? Okay, that's enough out of both of you. Oh, brother, this job does seem fun, though. By the way, what's Granny up to? Oh, she's helping Anita run lines for the next scene. I'll tell you this much. Bringing her on board really lit a fire under our asses. Dominique Lanster, the biggest chancellor of her generation. Even after retiring, she still has a finger in every corner of the business. Apparently, she'll only take jobs when the mood strikes her, but any production she touches becomes a massive hit. That's an impressive resume. She sounds like a woman of many talents. Granny coaches everything from stage and screen actors to professional athletes. She even has experience planning large-scale events. That's all done behind the scenes too, so the industry sees her as a legend, a real genius in her field. Who would have thought we'd end up working with her here in Messeldom? I take it you didn't hear about it to the last minute either, eh, Judith? Well, the good news is, now that we've got a cinematic masterpiece for the ages on our hands. Keep an eye out for the premiere. I gotta run, but I'll see it to it that you get paid in a few days for all your help. No rest for the director, is there? I hope we were able to lighten the load, if anything else. For sure. In fact, you bought me some time too. With today's shoot out of the way, I should be free until the evening. All right then. I think we've hung around here long enough. You two ready to roll? First things first, we'll need to track down Almada's legacy. Of course, that's easier said than done. We should be able to sniff out some clues in town, though. Let's make the rounds and see what turns up. I'd like to poke around Almada's old stomping grounds in particular. Right, as far as Messeldom goes, that place tops the list. Oh, I've spread the word about 4 SPGs like you asked, so we might have a few of those to do too. Be good looking out. Well, while we're at it, we might as well stop by the White Whale Inn. There's something in my room that I wanted to show you guys. You must mean that new software from Marduk. Very well. We can drop in at some point as we work through our requests.
All right, I've got my disguise on now, so I'm good to go.
That could win an award for the worst disguise in history. Can you do the same crap in Edith?
Be the only
How
award she
on
won.
earth did no one recognize you?
Judith.
All right.
believe I get to see a real starlet up close.
Okay, well, at least seems that the, I mean, it's still on, right? It doesn't seem like the water effect, the enhanced water effects are having any effect on my FPS, so that's good at least. you still not satisfied with the scene, Mr. Goatee? I can tweak my performance however you like. No, you played your part to a T, Nina. It just feels like we need a little to tie things together before heading to the climax. No shame in asking for advice if you need it. The whole point of this blockbuster crossover is to raise support for the survivors of Cray Village, right? Knowing that, I'd like to help any way I can. Looks like Grammy and them are ironing stuff out. Let's not butt in. They've got enough on their plates.
I never realized there were so many people involved in making a movie.
Yeah, it's not just actors and directors out here. Takes a village to make the magic happen.
Yeah, Durante made some changes,
No
other changes
reason to
make
go
it
that
work.
way.
Improve it on PC too.
Confirming schedule.
Don't worry, guys. This bathhouse does, in fact, come complete with a sweet, sweet sauna.
So,
Throw
you
yourself
looked into
in.
that before coming here, huh? Why am I not surprised?
Damien is greatest, man. Oh, you're from out of town, aren't you? Any and all travelers are more than welcome to bathe here. Why don't you take this chance to experience our authentic lollies? Lollies are a type of sauna developed in Rimaferia, Northumbria, as I recall. I suppose it's no surprise that there'd be one in a northern port town. Yeah, the real deal was really something. Once you tried one, it sticks with you for life. First, you heat yourself with something called a Vita to improve your circulation. Then the aromatics and the herbs get added into... Okay, let's stop there before you launch into another rambling session. My, but aren't you a knowledgeable young man? Feel free to drop by whenever you get the chance. Our lollies will satisfy the pickiest of the connoisseurs. Even those born and raised on them agree.
Well,
Retirement just isn't for me. I intend to continue managing this place for a long, long time yet. Lately, I've even been experimenting with extra aromas and other such methods to keep the experience fresh for my customers. You can be sure of one thing, as long as I draw breath, this bathhouse will always be on the rise.
Would you like to use the bath?
That's the stuff.
don't you think it's a little too steamy in here?
It's so nice and warm in here. That sure perked me up.
Come see us again.
Nothing like a good hot bath.
Oh, hey! You feeling cough? Oh, not a bad choice at all. Ivan really knows what he's doing as the current proprietor. No doubt I'll stumble across a quality find or two. Well, what do we have here? You're a van, yes? We ran into each other a few times last year. You're also a patron of our workshop, as I recall. Rebecca and Chris have been treating you well, I hope? Oh, that's right. Your children run Stanley's factory in Old Town. We've been getting by, more or less. How about you, Filmkov? Still leaving the work to your kids so you can run off and play? In a manner of speaking. I was in the mood to scour for hidden gems in the north this time. Where that takes me is up to the winds to decide. And I guess the time since we last met hasn't dulled that free spirit in you. Maybe rein it back a bit, though. I bet Rebecca and Chris would appreciate it. I have a bit of a history with the previous owner of this workshop. Ceramics were actually just one of the many fields he dabbled in. As a matter of fact, he introduced me to a variety of rare handicrafts and clockwork curios. This is my first visit since his grandson took over. I have to say, though, Ivan's aesthetic sense is no less promising.
What would you like? Come again. No need to be shy now. Come again. No need to be shy now. Come again. No need to be shy now. Come again.
Welcome to Levinsky Orbital Factory. Would you like to browse our wares? Our workshop has been creating these traditional northern-style ceramics for generations now. We require the use of delicate techniques and have received much praise over the years, a fact that we are very proud of. We also do some consignment sales and orbit maintenance on behalf of certain armed companies that they trust. There was the one who originally built up this workshop. All told, I have a ways to go before I can measure up to him. We've got a lot of loyal customers depending on us, though, so I plan on striving hard to reach his level.
Allow me to assist. Hope to see you again. Allow me to assist.
For Nadia, innocent doll. The opposite of what Nadia is. Weapon upgrades.
Hope to see you again. Allow me to assist. Hope to see you again.
We get a lot of requests for this next song, and it's coming at you live right now.
Allow me to assist. Hope to see you again.
What do you still have?
Allow me to assist.
Oh, yeah, the plugins.
Hope to see you again. Allow me to assist.
Redone some of the 7th Mass, finally.
Hope to see you again.
How about the sunglasses? This place definitely reminds me of Ortiz, both back in Arabonia, both in terms of it being a port city and the overall architecture that it has. Here, it's very, very similar to Ortiz. Welcome! Can I interest you in our specialty seafood dishes? Here in Messeldom, you can enjoy the taste of the Northern Sea's bounty, fresh out of the ocean. It's our pleasure to share that culinary experience with those who visit our fair city.
What can I get for you?
Recipe? Fish chowder.
Thanks for shopping.
Thanks for the grub.
Whew, we're about halfway done with today's deliveries. I tell you, this job ain't no walk in the park. Yeah, it's more like a run in the city. The guy I work for took me under his wing back in my street punk days, though. Can't just leave him out to dry. Anyway, not much longer now. Time for me to get my ass in gear.
Why, hello there.
Welcome. Are you from out of town? We've got a wide assortment of goods here that would be perfect for souvenirs. If you'd like to take a look, our shop carries specialty items from Messeldom, Rempharia, and even Northumbria. You're bound to find something that'll tickle your fancy. Handicrafts from Rempharia and Northumbria make for popular souvenirs here in Messeldom. High-quality winter clothing imported from the north is another one of our specialties. My point is, our selection here differs quite a bit from what you'd find in other towns, so be sure to enjoy it.
Let me know if you need anything at all.
New Tyrol Times. Gift for Agnes. A gift for Humes. That extra fishing grip. And the Tyrol Times issue 2.
Please, come back anytime.
Issue 2. Technology. The T-Phone sales exceed wildest expectations. 1 month ago, the T-Phone, a consumer model Zifa, was released to the public. Despite its hefty price tag, sales shot through the roof, with sources claiming a second production run has already been ordered to meet the product's sky-high demand. The T-Phone is a consumer-grade communications device based on the same technology as the Zifa standard, and a 6th-generation battle ornament developed independently by the Verne Company. The secret sauce that led the T-Phone's explosive popularity seems to be the sheer number of special features, as well as its general versatility. Older antiquated communication devices, such as previous generation combat ornaments like the Enigma and Arcus units, offered basic calling and messaging features, with a simple camera being the most complex feature one could expect out of them. The Ziva and T-Phone, in contrast, come standard issue with the ability to connect to the oral net, from which a user can install various applications. This allows for an unprecedented degree of customizability. The T-Phone is also capable of performing basic calculations, making it unusable for data processing purposes as well. When the development of the Zifa standard first began, a number of concerns were raised regarding the exclusion of the Epstein Foundation from the project, and over the Verne Company developing the technology independently. Now, however, it is clear that the Verne staff's tireless efforts bore fruit. There is no doubt that the Zifa standard and the T-Phone will support the work and lifestyles of people all over the Republic for many years to come. Culture. Vegas Films and Kowloon Pictures co-production nears completion. Sources say that the long-awaited collaborative endeavor between Vegas Films and Kowloon Pictures is finally nearing the end of principal photography. Over the past several days, the filming of the climactic scene has been taking place in the city of Nesseldom. This film will mark the first time movie stars Judith Lanster and Nina Finley appear on screen together, further adding to fans' insatiable anticipation for the feature. It is no small wonder seeing how this crossover between the actress's signature works, Golden Blood and Wolves Requiem. We interviewed Miss Judith and Miss Nina during their first day of filmmaking in Nesseldom. Both expressed their excitement and enthusiasm for the movie, and when asked whether they had anything to share with their fans, they had this to say. Thanks for being there every step of the way in my acting journey, everyone. I'm super stoked to be sharing the spotlight with my friend and colleague Nina this time around. Seeing her own journey and how all her hard work and diligence has paid off, it's been super inspiring for me. So I'm happy to be standing alongside her. As for how Zoe and Michelle end up involved in each other's lives, well, You'll have to watch the movie and find out yourselves. I'm beyond honored to have this opportunity to star in such an important film alongside Judith, who I've looked up to through my whole career. This movie will show a new side of Michelle's character, so after watching it, you'll have a better, deeper understanding of who she really is. I will do my best to give as authentic a performance as possible as we wrap up filming. National. 3 months after the collapse of Almada, has peace returned to the Republic? 3 months have passed since Almada's reign of terror was brought to an end. They were a mafia group who, while active, dominated the Republic's criminal underworld from the shadows and committed heinous atrocities, the likes of which have rarely been seen throughout recorded history. Almada was without question a catalyst in the decline of the Republic's public order. So how will their demise ultimately affect the state of security and crime within our nation, one might ask? First and foremost, in Edith, many organizations that were affiliated with Almada and groups of predominantly young, delinquent Almada subcontractors, often referred to as gangsters, have been rounded up and arrested by capital authorities. This is not, however, to say that organized crime has gone away on the whole. On the contrary, turf wars and small-scale conflicts between local gangsters have been on the rise in recent months. Without a major crime organization like Almada to rein them in, small-time crooks have free rein to do as they please. This state of criminal affairs is not exclusive to Edith, where sources claim that the power balance in seedy organizations in Langport's eastern quarter has begun to shift. Though details remain unclear, public safety has reportedly begun to deteriorate, and the number of violent incidents between feuding criminals is increasing. Meanwhile, in the western side of the Republic, the Dolor family, a criminal enterprise that has declined in influence due to Almada's rise in power, are now staging their comeback in the wake of Almada's downfall. On the bright side, the citizens of Messeldom, the former hearth and home of Almada, have recovered a sense of relief now that the criminal organization has met its timely demise. Moreover, their absence has had positive ripple effects in Messeldom's local economy. The flow of trade is as fluid as a river now that it has been released from Almada's iron grip, and tourists can once again come down and go without fear of attacks from the erstwhile mafia group. However, that does not mean that the city is free from criminal elements. The seedy soil from which Almada sprung to life remains undisturbed, and until the malignant that lives in the city underbelly is unearthed, peace will not find its roots. Tourism. Recommended tropical resorts for winter season. As the long, cold winter rages on, our readers are no doubt seeking a reprieve. Perhaps in the form of the warm temperatures southern nations are currently enjoying. If you find yourself nodding at that sentiment, then read on, because we at the Tyrell Times have some hot and sunny resort recommendations for you. First on our list of getaway locations, the Principality of Islam. Although common perception paints Islam as one big desert, we assure you that there are many oases that lie therein. The most notable of which is White Haven, a beach that sits on the southern coast of Islam and is known for its strikingly gorgeous white sand. This seashore resort has been renowned as a first-class, must-visit vacation hotspot for years, thanks to its breathtaking sights and pleasant environment. Our next destination is in the Liberal Kingdom. Although Liberal is firmly situated in the western side of the continent, its relative positioning towards the south grants it a warm, temperate climate, which is why in recent years, tourists have been flocking across its borders in droves. Liberal also boasts a great many mountainous regions. It is surrounded by clear blue seas to its south and west sides, lending the area not only a nice, relaxing sea breeze, but also swaths of natural attractions for all to enjoy. Finally, we turn our attention to the Central East, with its in-development resorts in Vallis. Although Vallis itself is an attractive destination in its own right, they have been investing heavily, as of late, into a number of in-development Central Eastern resorts outside of the city. They can be found along the coastline and on nearby islands. These resorts aim to compete with Islam's White Haven and promise to provide top-notch service to their guests, so vacationers in search of nice, pleasant respite should add them to their travel bucket list. Avalis funded hotel's reputation for high-quality guest service and management know-how in ecological landscaping has led wealthy entrepreneurs and landowners to come knocking on Valis's door, resulting consultation for projects involving the transformation of property-owned islands and mountains into full-blown resorts. Some clients have even outsourced these projects to them entirely. In this day and age, you never know when a patch of land could suddenly turn into a Valis-backed luxury resort.
Well,
Ah, the Northern Sea. I'm a little surprised it's not too cold out there this time of year.
I think that's because the flow of ocean currents keeps the port ice-free.
It's like a gateway that connects all the northern countries, like Ohrid, Lemon, and Rimaferia.
Oh, it's Van, and he brought friends. And seeing you all the way out here in Messeldom. Do you know these people, Van? Yeah, we met a while ago in the capital. They persuaded me to take some fishing gear off their hands. It doesn't seem like you're too pressed about it, the way you've been carrying that rod around everywhere. Well, what can I say? I'm a Trails protagonist. Hey, what matters is that you're enjoying yourself. I'm just as much of an angling aficionado as these two, so any newcomers to the sport are more than welcome. That's the same way with us. We came to make a rare catch that can be found in Messeldom's winter waters. We also plan on posting a pic of it on our social media account afterwards. We just launched it, so check us out when you get the chance. Oh, and here's a little something for the road. You should cast a few lines with us if you're up for it. Thanks, we'll keep it in mind. It sure is cold out here, huh? I guess that's what happens when you're right next to the ocean. Maybe I should buy a hot drink before prepping my gear, and maybe you all should put some pants on. This is my first time in saltwater fishing. I'm so excited I can barely hold my rod in one place. You should cast a few lines with us too if you're up for it. A lot of winter fish are especially delicious, since their flesh is firmer. I know how to clean and fillet them too, so as good as Grandpa Ha, but still. Maybe I'll prepare something for Shannon and Makino to eat if we catch anything tasty.
Okay, let's see what I can catch.
Okay. Okay, so the shard search will show us the spots. That's cool. Okay. Let's do some fish.
Okay, let's see what I can catch.
Oh, hello. Yay, Judith fishing now.
You're mine! Decent catch, I guess. You're mine! Decent catch, I guess.
Snow crab. It's making me hungry. Where's that one?
Well,
You're mine! Decent catch, I guess. finishing time.
This place seems different from the rest of the town.
These are the back streets of Messeldom. I hear this place is kinda sketch.
Makes sense. Almada's old HQ is right around here after all.
Oh, Kakana, what are you doing here? What in the... You never mentioned that this research trip would take us halfway across the country. I was only hoping to push back my next deadline. Take it easy and go cafe hopping. Ronan, you numbskull, you sloppy, thoughtless ogre. Huh? But you're the one who said you wanted to travel around and gather material. This isn't working out, though. I can always take you back to Edith to work on that draft. Wait, hold that thought. I think I had a breakthrough. I knew you would, Miss Kokona. That settles it. Let the field work continue. Oh, things always end up like this whenever Ronan's involved. I'll admit, though, even this is preferable to the agony of artist/writer's block. There has to be somewhere in this town where I can laze around. I didn't realize how crime-infested Messeldom's back alleys were. Still, Miss Kokona and her work are depending on me. I'll keep her safe, come what may. I swear it on my life as her editor. Oh, I ain't seen your face around here before, buddy. Just passing through town? I see you got a lady friend with you now. Why don't you give her the slip and swing back this way? There's a real nice place I can get you into. You got your manly urges, don't you? No shame in that. I'm gonna have to pass. Why don't you solicit someone who actually has time to waste? Oh, come on. You don't need to be like that. Oh, hold on. Take your lady friend here. Looks just like that famous actress. Wait, you actually are her, ain't you? I'm also scouting for young women looking to, shall we say, market themselves. We could work something out like that if you like. No, I don't like. Jeez, clearly no one ever taught this group how to treat a lady. You knew it was a lost cause, yet went for it anyway. This is a Barker who has never known fear. Well, if you ever change your mind, come find me and I'll get you into one of the best clubs in town. Me, I've got no qualms with playing the long game. That goes both for pulling customers and getting new gals on the roster.
Indeed.
Okay, let's see what I can catch.
According to our intel, this should be Almada's old headquarters, but this isn't exactly what I was expecting. Yeah, after the place got abandoned, it fell under the police jurisdiction. Once Almada was out of the picture, they put up the building for auction and another company snatched it up. Some people just have too much money to throw around. They even did remodeling by the look of it. Line up there says Zek Arms. Wait, didn't that show up in Orshan? Oh great, those guys. To the public, they're just an up-and-coming manufacturer, but dig deeper and crooked practices abound. Rumor has it that they developed and produced illegal weaponry, distributed archaisms on the black market, and more. Dingo's notebook even mentions that they were the suppliers to Almada. They also have an axe to grind with Master Barkhorn. I realize you've been investigating them too, though, Quantum. I couldn't help myself after everything that happened. I think that they would buy up Almada's old property. It's definitely shady, but it's not like they were working directly under Almada. Yeah, all their dealings aside, the company was founded outside of Galbert. On top of that, this building's been searched by the police several times over. I can't really see them leaving any traces of the motto behind. Which probably means no legacy either. Well, try somewhere else? Yes, let's. Oof! This is as much unloading as I can handle for now. The amount of freight coming in from the north has been really on the rise. But enough about that. Now that we're sure it's time to have a night of my life.
Seems like a good fishing spot.
Okay, let's see what I can catch.
Ooh, there we go.
You're mine! Decent catch, I guess. You're mine!
There.
Decent catch, I guess.
This is a private company property. And unless you have an appointment, I'm going to have to ask you to leave. Nothing personal, though. I'm only part of the firm's building owners are outsourcing security to. If you got business with the tenants, just head inside and speak with their representative directly.
Well,
Good day. How may I be of service? If you're looking to enter the upper floors, I'm afraid you'll need an appointment. I'll be happy to take a message, though. Last night's client was a bust. I guess there's more and better where he came from, though. Still, people who visit our club have really gone down in quality lately. Oh, whatever. I'll keep turning tricks on my own terms, no more, no less.
Gotta have the beer if you want the good stuff.
Ooh, this looks like a good fishing
okay,
spot.
let's see what I can catch.
I don't give a damn if you're from Almada or Alfather. This is my town, you hear? Now, where do you put that whopper I fished up? It was bigger than a ship, for crying out loud. Is this gentleman okay? He must be one of the homeless kind that's a little too far by the looks of it. The world's no stranger to this sort of thing. Let's keep our noses to ourselves and stay on the trail.
I'm really looking forward to the film festival.
This theater plays all kinds of movies, including independent films.
Oh, really? Then movie fans must be in love with this place.
They do hold one of the film festivals here. It tracks that they'd want to appeal to film buffs.
The production director The production director Gotti put on at the Therabod Film Festival last year was met with critical acclaim. That's all well and good, but it's caught on so much here that I fear our city will try to rip it off. I want is for the Mesodome Film Festival to differentiate itself with its original style. Blindly emulating the Therabad Film Festival, an attempt to chase its success is something that I can't support. Mesodome Film Festival has long promoted the artistic side of movie culture, and that has value. I just hope that they continue putting on the event,
Why not buy a
keeping those
souvenir
roots
to
in
remember
mind.
your visit?
Welcome to Extra Cinemas, where all are invited to watch to their heart's content. As the premier theater in Mesodome, a cradle of movie culture, we offer a
Thank
wide
you for your visit
selection
today.
for our guests to choose from. Many associate this city with
The
more
showing on screen
niche
two will soon
artistic
begin.
works, perhaps in part due to our local film festival.
If you have a ticket,
we are
please
also
proceed to
screening
the
a range
entrance.
of more conventional entertainment for your viewing pleasure. On a related note, Director Goti's shoot appears to be on schedule. Another masterpiece in the making, I'm sure. The director
We
actually
have
graced our
merchandise
theater
for the
with his
movie on
presence
sale in the
earlier.
shop.
I even had the pleasure of engaging with him in a bit of conversation.
Why not buy a
Was it
souvenir to remember your
elucidating?
visit?
His straightforward views and entertainment are decidedly refreshing, not to mention right on the mark.
Thank you for your visit today.
Oh, Miss Lanster!
showing
Man,
on
Judith,
screen
your
one will
disguise
soon begin.
is absolutely working wonders.
Please
Thank
silence
you
your
again
phones
for
and
taking the
enjoy
time out of your
film.
busy schedule to give me an autograph. I'll treasure it with my life. And oh, thank you for supporting me. It's always a pleasure to make a fan's day. Ooh, they know how to please your adoring public.
We have
The fact
merchandise
that she
for the
was
movie
even
on
willing
sale
to
in the
indulge
shop.
an admirer like me is just incredible. At first,
Why
I was
not buy a
only
souvenir
hoping
to
to sneak
remember your visit?
a peek at the filming location during my lunch break. Anything more would have just been a bother. But then, figuring there was nothing to lose, I asked her to sign something for me in between takes. Imagine my shock when she actually said yes. Don't mention it. Indulging admirers
Thank
is
you for your
part of
visit
an
today.
actress's job. I'll stop by the theater again once the shoot and
showing
my
on
personal
screen
business
two
are out
will
of the
soon
way.
begin.
See you then. Now, Judith's popularity is as strong as ever.
Please silence your
The
phones
secret
and
probably
enjoy the
lies in the
film.
way she interacts with her fan base. A collaborative film between Salvador Gotti and Leslie Lamb with Judith Lanster and Nina Finley as co-stars is a dream come true.
We have
And the
merchandise
shooting
for the
location
movie
being
on
only
sale
a
in the
hop,
shop.
skip, and a jump away is the cherry on top. I can't get
Why
out
not
soon
buy a
enough.
souvenir
Here's
to
hoping it
remember
draws
your
a
visit?
massive audience at our theater.
Welcome. Thank you for your visit today. The showing on screen one will soon begin.
Alright, class, it's time to begin our lesson. Today, we will be taking a deeper look into the culture of our local region. Mesodome is known for its thriving scene of cultural arts originating from the north. For example, Mina, you practice ballet, don't you? Mm-hmm. Lots of people say I've gotten really good lately. There's a recital coming up this weekend, and I've been working extra hard for it. I watched Mina dance at one of those a while ago. It was super pretty. You should bring the church to see her too, Sister Oka. I appreciate the invitation, Tony, but let's get back to the lecture, shall we? Now, our first topic is how cultural arts from the northern regions, such as ballet, took root here. This class was started in order to help the children develop some pride in their community culture. Many of them are left feeling anxious and unsure due to the various problems Mesodome faces. But even so, I don't want them growing up to resent their hometown. They deserve to look back on these days with fond memories. Dad always says I'm good at ballet too. I'm going to do my best to keep at it. I wanted to tell one of my classmates about the recital too, but he didn't come to Sunday school today either. Maybe something really did happen to him. Morning, radio. mess of them has a whole lot of history behind it. I wonder if Mama and Papa like living here too. I'm gonna ask them when I go home. There's so much I can learn from Father Rudson's tolerant and impartial ways. But I have to question... I have to question the significance of treading into affairs of those who have lost their way. Surely there must be options other than confronting those who have shown no signs of repenting for their misdeeds.
May Adios be with us.
I wonder what this Spriggan is like even. You don't suppose this girl put in a request? Come to think of it, we haven't checked the bulletin boards yet, so let's go take a look. Though it has been long since Almada's collapse, many of us have yet harbor unrest within our hearts. The reality is that there are many who have gone astray, but are they also not also human? Can we not face and understand them? For what reason do people err? By confronting these truths and striving to empathize, we can reshape our fear and unrest for the better. We mustn't see them as demons beyond our comprehension, for on the whole, they, like us, were children of the goddess. Even before that dreadful mafia took hold here, the city has suffered from many issues. Those who perpetrate them are still fellow human beings. Only by confronting them, and at times redeeming them, can we achieve true tranquility. It is our duty as members of the clergy to guide the people without prejudice or oversimplification. Oh God, it's the... Need is here, great.
A pretty canal.
Okay, well, we've explored everything other than some of the scenes we've got to get to there and here at the end as well. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and I will stop there for now and pick up on this later today. Got almost 8 hours in already. While I do prefer the 2D art, I do like how there's a different menu for every location here. Kinda cool.
ぐらい夜の帳に下ったのならば時をかける金の時計今と重なる想いよ新たなる壁越えろ絆に誓って赤黒き方向が過去へ歪んだ迷路の中薄暗い夜の帳に下ってゆくのか時をかける金の時計今と重なる